today we are looking at a brand new product from my good friends at Celestion Digital. This is the all new Celestion Neo Creamback. Let's go. Before we dive in, I've got two little things I want to say. One, please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment, share, do whatever you want, but just do it, because I will be grateful for the rest of my life if you do. Please. Enough begging. Second of all, this episode is proudly sponsored by the fine folk at Aurovine. Aurovine is a music streaming platform made for both artists and music lovers alike. It really brings the best of both worlds in terms of being backed by the blockchain, so future ready, but it is also focused on building that community around music and the artists that we all need. The Aurovine community is great for music lovers. You can discover loads of new bands coming up and be part of a community with lots of like-minded people. For artists like myself, it's a truly revolutionary platform. Not only does it provide tailored music PR services, advice, but also it is amongst the highest royalty per stream providers out there. And that makes life a lot easier for us artists because we are able to finally concentrate on what we do best, which is making music, and can be assured that everything is being done in a transparent and fair way. So make sure you guys head over to aurovine.com. I will leave the link below, and back to the video. The Celestion Neo Creambacks are available both in the exclusive DSR format, which is only available for the Speaker Mix Pro plugin, and also a more traditional IR. The aim of the speaker is to be a very accurate digital representation, but which is voiced to sit in between the more traditional Creamback style speaker and something new, something more modern. In case you don't know, Creamback speakers typically are well known for having a very aggressive low end, so nice and punchy, very vocal, almost human mid-range, and quite a sweet and refined high end, which makes them perfect for rock and roll, hard rock, etc. So the Neo Creambacks, when pushed hard with a preamp, will act in very similar way to the traditional Creambacks, so retain that almost racing car growl, retain that really aggressive low end. But the difference comes more into the high end aspect of it, so it will be a more articulated, a more defined high end, so I want to say slightly less muddy. So what I understand from the details, and this is from mainly reading the Celestion Digital website, the info on it, and I highly recommend it if you haven't checked it out yet. This increase in note separation is all due to the advances they've made by using the Neo magnets within the speaker. What it means for us as silly guitarists is that, in theory, we should be able to play all those intricate chords, all those solos and leads in a more defined way, in a clearer way with greater note separation, so each string, each note will ring out in a more transparent way. So overall we should really just sound better. As always, I guess the only thing we can do is find out. So let's plug in, and we are going to go with a fair bit of gain on this, maybe reminiscent of the 1980s a little bit, simply with a reverb and delay, and try to push the speakers a little bit to see if we can get some of those features that we've just talked about. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed those quick sound samples. But what I really like about this is that it's not just another option, it's more of an evolution. So it does sound very different. It's definitely a leap forward and I really like it. It gives a real punch, clarity, but really nice note separation. Even when you turn down the volume, it doesn't get ever too bright, it doesn't get too shrieky. Very, very nice. It retains also some of that vintage feel. I've got to say, in this demo, I mainly focused on the DSR because I really enjoy the possibilities that loading the Celestion DSRs within Speaker Mix Pro gives you. In the sound sample that you just heard, I love the fact that Speaker Mix Pro gives you those possibilities of sculpting your sound. So I believe I had a 4x12 on one side, I had a 2x12 on the other side, and finally down the middle, I had another 2x12, but open back this time with an SM57 to give a bit of room to the sound. So I cannot really comment on the IR portion of it, but I am 100% sure that it will sound just as awesome. If you can, I would highly recommend to try out Speaker Mix Pro and the DSR products, because personally I think it's like an IR boosted by a million, but each to their own. If you want to input it in a modeling amp, if you want to input it in your pedals, etc., then download the IR and it will sound fantastic. But overall, getting back to the Neo Creamback, I've got to say I really enjoyed this. It's very satisfying to have something that has a specific tonal characteristic that doesn't sound like anything else. And I really like the fact that it's a nice evolution of something that worked very well, but this just makes it a whole lot better. I definitely think if you are kind of getting a little bit stale, bored with some of those IRs or DSRs, and you want to seek something new, you know, put a bit of life in your tone, this is a really good option. So go check it out on the Celestion digital website to download it. You can pick and choose if you want to get individual DSRs or IRs, or the whole collection is, I believe, around 30 bucks. You get 5 different ones, so 4x12 closed, 2x12 open and closed, 1x12 open and closed. So you get a real nice mix. I would actually highly recommend getting the full thing, because especially if you're using the DSRs, it works so well to just mix the different cabinets. So very good purchase. It works really well in the mix as well. So I think it's definitely worth checking it out. So guys, thanks for watching. That's it for today. Remember, great guitar tone is all about the speakers. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So until next time, keep watching and be good, love each other, and have fun.